Two major terror investigations with big developments today. In Queens, two men are arrested in connection with a suspected bomb plot targeting New York City subways. Meanwhile, in Detroit, the Nigerian national accused in the Christmas attack on Flight 253 will face a judge. We have live team coverage. CBS 2's Drew Levinson is in Detroit. But we begin with CBS 2's McGee Hickey, live at the news desk. McGee.
Good afternoon to you, Kate. The two Queens men, Addis Medunjanin and Zareen Ahmadzeh, are expected to be arraigned this afternoon in federal court in downtown Brooklyn. The pair are Flushing High School friends with the alleged mastermind in a plot to blow up New York City subways, Najibullah Zazi. And the two men are expected to be charged with providing material support for terrorism and making false statements to federal agents.
FBI agents serving a search warrant on this Flushing apartment seized the passport of 25-year-old Addis Medunjanin. His apartment is in the same building as the raid from last year when authorities were investigating an alleged terror plot to blow up New York City subways. Airport shuttle bus driver Najibullah Zazi, who grew up with Medunjanin, has been charged in that Al-Qaeda bomb plot.
Addis has been cooperating with the authorities for months now when they came to his house, and so when they showed up with a search warrant for his passport, they've voluntarily and freely turned it over.
But then, an hour after surrendering his passport, Medunjanin got into a traffic accident near the Whitestone Bridge, which some have blamed on the Flushing man driving erratically to avoid police surveillance. He was treated for minor injuries and then taken into custody by the Joint Terrorism Task Force. At the same time, another friend of Zazi's from the Flushing neighborhood, New York City taxi driver Zareen Ahmadzeh, was arrested in the East Village last night. Federal investigators questioned both men months ago in connection with the terrorism plot allegedly masterminded by Zazi to blow up the subways.
Now, federal investigators believe Medunjanin went with Zazi to Pakistan in 2008 to receive terror training and bomb-making training at an Al-Qaeda camp. His lawyer insists that Medunjanin has done nothing wrong. Live from the news desk, McGee Hickey, CBS 2 News.
Thanks, McGee. Terror investigation into last year's plot to attack New York City subway system remains very active this morning. A man who was questioned about his relationship with the main suspect in the case has been involved in a bizarre accident in Queens. And now there's word he and another person are under arrest. CBS 2's McGee Hickey live at the news desk right now with the very latest. Good morning, McGee.
Good morning, Drew Maurice. An FBI spokesman has just confirmed to CBS 2 that Addis Medunjanin and another man have been arrested, but we're still awaiting word on what the charges are. All the FBI would say is that the arrests are part of an ongoing investigation by the Joint Terrorism Task Force.
FBI agents serving a search warrant on this Flushing apartment seized the passport of 24-year-old Addis Medunjanin. His apartment is in the same building as this raid from last year when authorities were investigating an alleged terror plot to blow up New York City subways. Airport shuttle bus driver Najibullah Zazi of Denver has been charged in that Al-Qaeda bomb plot. Medunjanin is a 24-year-old Bosnian immigrant who grew up with Zazi. Medunjanin's lawyer says he is still trying to figure out what's happening.
Addis has been cooperating with the authorities for months now when they came to his house, and so when they showed up with a search warrant for his passport, they've voluntarily and freely turned it over.
About an hour after Medunjanin's apartment was searched, the 24-year-old Flushing man, who reportedly has been under surveillance by the FBI, was involved in a traffic accident near the Whitestone Bridge. One law enforcement official says Medunjanin may have been either flustered by or trying to avoid police surveillance. He was treated for minor injuries and then, according to his lawyer, was taken by the Joint Terrorism Task Force for questioning. But his lawyer says he has not yet been able to talk to him.
There's no question his rights are being violated because law enforcement is refusing to indicate where he is. This is not Gitmo. He's not supposed to be held in secret in New York City.
Now, besides Medunjanin, the other person arrested is Zareen Ahmadzeh. And again, Medunjanin's lawyer says he has not been told of the arrest or the charges facing his client. Live at the news desk, McGee Hickey, CBS 2 News.